Let me tell you something most money videos will not admit. The thing that actually makes people wealthy is not exciting. It is not motivating. And it will never go viral on social media. But it works for people with real bills. If you saw it working in real life, that you would probably call it boring. This boring system is the reason some people slowly escape paycheck to paycheck life, while others stay stuck for decades, even when they earn more money. Today, I will show you the boring system that quietly turns paychecks into prosperity without burnout, guilt, or exhaustion. Here is the part no one likes to hear. Most Americans do not fail with money because they are lazy or irresponsible. They fail because they rely on motivation. Every January, every raise, every bonus, that we tell ourselves the same thing. This time I am serious. This time I will track everything. This time I will cut spending. This time I will hustle harder. And for a few weeks, it works. You cook at home. You check your bank account daily. You feel disciplined. You feel proud. Then life shows up. Work drains you. You are tired. You are human and life keeps moving. The plan collapses, not because you are weak, but because motivation is expensive. It costs energy. It costs attention. And when you already live paycheck to paycheck, that you do not have extra energy to spend. Here is the big lie we were sold. If you just try harder, you will be fine. But if effort alone created prosperity, teachers would all be rich. Nurses would all be millionaires. Warehouse workers would be financially free. They work hard, really hard. The difference is not effort. It is structure. People who escape paycheck to paycheck life do not make better choices every day. They make fewer choices and fewer emotional decisions. They do not ask themselves, should I save this month? Should I pay extra on debt? Should I invest? The system answers for them automatically. That is the boring part. When I say boring system, then I do not mean spreadsheets or fancy apps. I mean a setup that works even when you are tired, even when you feel unmotivated, even when life is messy. A boring system has 3 rules. It runs automatically. It starts small. It does not require willpower. No hype. No pressure. No guilt. Discipline feels heroic. Automation feels lazy. Every time you decide manually to save money, that your brain fights rent, groceries, gas, subscriptions, and daily stress. That is not a fair fight. Automation removes the fight completely. Savings move automatically on payday. Debt payments are scheduled early. Retirement money is taken before you see it. You do not decide. You do not argue. It just happens. Most people save what is left. Prosperous people save first, then live on what remains. Boring. Effective. Many people think small amounts do not matter. I cannot save $20. I cannot invest $50. That will not change anything. Small wins are not about money. They are about identity. You stop seeing yourself as bad with money and start seeing yourself as someone who saves, that even if it is small. 25 becomes 50. 50 becomes 200. 200 becomes a habit becomes a system. Momentum comes from repeated proof. Most money advice is built on shame. You should not buy that. You should be further ahead. You wasted money again. But guilt does not build prosperity. Guilt builds avoidance. That is why people struggle with money, not because they do not care, but because they feel judged. Here is the truth most people never hear. You do not need motivation to build wealth. You need a system that runs even when you are tired, stressed, or busy. A system that works quietly in the background. That is how real prosperity starts. Motivation feels good, but it fades. Discipline sounds strong, but it burns people out. Systems are different. They remove decision-making. They reduce stress, and they work even on boring weeks when nothing exciting happens. Most people fail with money because feelings stay in control. Saving happens only when motivation shows up. Spending happens when stress takes over. Systems remove emotion from the process. Money gets directed before feelings can interfere. This is why boring systems win long-term. They feel simple, they feel predictable, and they work without constant effort. Consistency quietly replaces stress and chaos. Think of your paycheck like water. Without direction, it leaks everywhere. With structure, it flows where it should. Bills get handled. Progress keeps moving. No daily decisions required. Here is the mistake most people make. They try to fix everything at once. New budget, new habits, new goals. That overload creates exhaustion and guilt. Small, steady changes work better. The goal is not speed. The goal is sustainability. A system must work on tired weeks, busy weeks, and stressful weeks. That is how momentum grows quietly. Prosperity is built through small, automatic wins. Those wins repeat every week. Over time, momentum compounds naturally. The boring approach works because it never stops. When money has structure, internal arguments disappear. Guilt after spending fades. Stress around saving reduces. Money starts to feel calm and controlled. This is how paycheck earners escape the cycle. Not through hustle, not through pressure, but through structure. Structure creates freedom over time. Once the system runs smoothly, mental space returns, sleep improves, decisions feel clearer, progress becomes normal instead of exhausting. This is why boring systems quietly create prosperity. Chaos fades, mistakes reduce, ordinary paychecks turn into long-term momentum. What changes money long-term is steady weekly action. Consistency builds momentum without pressure. When spending, saving, and planning follow a rhythm, progress feels natural. Next episode breaks down the weekly money rhythm. Learn how to use it without stress, guilt, or burnout.